We find Mr. Smith finishing up a lecture to his 4th grade class about Native Americans and their culture. Let's join in and see how the lecture's going.
Okay, class, that's the entire story of Native Americans. Are there any questions?
Oh, Mr. Smith, Mr. Smith.
Yes, but please call me by my Indian name. Chief Wananakahoma.
Chief Wananakahoma, did all Native Americans wear moccasins on their feet?
Yes, they did. Even today, they exclusively wear moccasins. Isn't that weird?
Oh look, it's Captain Native America.
Yes, it is I, Captain Native America, and I'm here to clear up a few misconceptions that Mrs. Smith has said about Native Americans.
Please, use my Indian name, Chief Wananakahoma.
Are you serious?
My culture is very important to me.
Your cult. Whatever. Although most Native Americans wore moccasins, contemporary Native Americans don't exclusively wear moccasins to this day. They usually wear regular shoes, just like you and I.
Okay, now that that unusual distraction is gone, are there any other questions, class?
Me.
Yes.
Did all Native Americans live in teepees?
Oh yes, they did. And even today, Native Americans only live in teepees. I'm very glad you asked.
Look, it's Captain Native America.
Yeah, kid, chill. You know, not all Native Americans lived in teepees. Teepees were usually used by Native Americans who were nomadic or traveling tribes. You know, most Native Americans lived in wigwams. Longhouses. Grass houses. Plank houses. Brush shelters. Igloos. And adobe houses. Most Native Americans don't live in those type of houses today. However, some Pueblo tribes actually still do live in adobe houses.
Where does that guy come from? Alright kids, we're going to go outside now and experience nature, just like the Native Americans. Alright class, welcome to nature. This is a very special place for all Native Americans. Even these right here, they're not just leaves, these are sacred and special. This is magical to them. In fact, Native Americans enjoy many sacred herbs. But don't do it, Prop 19 did not pass.
Is this leaf magical?
Of course, all leaves are magical to Native Americans. Nature's a big mystery to them.
Wait!
Look, it's Captain Native America!
Yeah, it's me. Wait. The Indians' connection to the land is way more complicated and intricate than just claiming leaves are magical. To an Indians, sacred herbs are like tobacco and sage. You know, poking fun at sacred herbs is actually very disrespectful.
Doesn't tobacco cause cancer?
Oh yeah, kid, if you smoke it. But with Native Americans, it's been proven that tobacco leaves are very therapeutic when wrapped around wounds.
Alright class, as you know, movies are a great way to learn about a new culture or group of people. In fact, for Native American culture, I encourage all of you to watch Pocahontas, Windwalker, and of course, Major League, as the Cleveland Indians are in. That way we can all learn from these cultures and really understand what it means to be an Indian today.
It's Captain Native America!
Yeah, whatever. Actually, those movies aren't accurate at all. If you want to learn the real story and the real truth about Native Americans and their culture, you should watch movies like Incident at Oglala, or Dreamkeeper, or even Smoke Signals.
Alright, class. I'm sure you all had a great Thanksgiving, some tasty turkey, and let's remember, the Pilgrims invented Thanksgiving. In fact, they were so successful, they invited the Indians to have a feast with them. And it was a great time. Wow, how nice of the Pilgrims.
Thanksgiving was actually what the Eastern Native American nations called Green Corn Ceremony, which is celebrating the year's harvest along with many other things. And giving thanks is traditional in most ceremonies and actually occurs in day-to-day prayer. And one thing is for certain, the white settlers did not treat the Native Americans very well.
Alright, class, it's time for music. Everyone, please sit Indian style. Let's prepare. Alright, Wanabe tribe, it's time for the ceremonial whoop. Yes, that was very good. Let us now do the ceremonial drum.
Alright, kids. That's the biggest stereotypical thing I have ever seen in my life. Alright? That whoop thing, if anything, if any Native American person does it, it's probably the women that do that. So hearing you guys do that is actually pretty funny. Actually, maybe your teacher should be doing that, huh? And plus, the drum is supposed to symbolize a heartbeat. That drum that you're taught right now, that's just a Hollywood creation. It's totally wrong. This is an example of real Native American music.
Another way we honor Native American culture is through sports logos and mascots. Our sports teams honor them by having them featured on their jerseys.
Actually, sports mascots are seen as very disrespectful. In fact, I find that jersey very disrespectful. You mind taking it off for me? Oh, gosh. Never mind. Some people never learn. Now let me leave you with this, kids. Remember, when you grow up and you go to college, make sure to take a Native American class so that you can know the truth about Native Americans. And then you would realize all the lies you have been told all these years. And if I may suggest one class in particular, taught by Miss Sandra Kiwanaptawa Dixon.